and you're watching MLK Squared Sports.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your guys, MLK Squared back here. I'm MLK Jr. with...
I'm the old man, MLK Senior, and we're going to talk college football, right?
Yep, today's college football as we are getting breaking news as soon as we open up the recording that Texas Tech transfer quarterback Brendan Sorsby plans to enter the NFL supplemental draft amid his betting scandal that's been going on recently. And this is huge news, as a lot of people thought he got away with gambling on college games when he was back in Indiana way back in the day. He lost all those bets. They were terrible back then. And this is huge for the NFL and college.
It is. I think he got the word down. I think somebody probably got to him and said, "Look, man, they're not going to let you play. Like they're the commissioner's going to make a ruling. They're going to go. They're appealing it. Something's going to happen. America hates us. It's making us look bad." And at some point, you have to wonder. They stood there and thought about it, and you got to go. Is the squeeze worth the juice? And so I think they just said, nah, it's not going to be worth it. The hate they were getting across the country, you just had to do it. And now we talked about, like, off air, I don't know, like, he can enter the draft, and I don't know that he's just totally absolved of everything. So, because it's not, there's a precedent to where you get in trouble in college and you can get suspended and other sanctions can be put on you when you go to the NFL. So we don't know that, he might be suspended when he goes into the league. I don't know what they're going to do, but there's a precedent there. They can do something. So
I agree fully with you there, but at the end of the day, this may be probably, honestly, the best supplemental draft pick of all time, to be honest with you. He's a great quarterback. He would have been a first-round talent if he entered the league. In my opinion, I think he would have been definitely first round. Probably the second quarterback off the board for sure.
I mean, they sure did offer him a lot of money at Texas Tech
to
come there. And so, his evaluation must have been good. No.
That's not looking great now.
No, when we go to do a deep dive on Texas Tech, we'll look into who their quarterback and stuff is going to be and stuff. But I think he got the word came down and said, nope, buddy, you're not going to get to play, and it just ain't going to happen. Yeah. And so he made the move. It's going to be best for him. So, I hope he gets his life in order. I don't
think it was that big of a
deal. Yeah, I don't think they're. I don't think they're going to let him. I don't think they were going to let him play anyway. So this is probably the best move for him. Yeah. And how many years did he play college football?
He played college football for a good minute. I think this would have been his fifth year.
It's time for him to leave anyway.
Yeah.
That's a whole new podcast. Guys wanting to play like 6, 7, 8 years. I'd like, good grief.
Yeah, that's a discussion for another day.
Another day
for sure. Because we can have a full 30-minute podcast on that alone. But switching to our main objective for today, we're going to talk about over-unders for teams' season, their win totals, how many wins they're going to get based off their schedule and based on the odds that Vegas gives us.
Yeah.
So we're going to predict some schedules. We got some people's favorite teams. Our favorite team, of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Right. And we'll go down through their schedules real quick and then kind of give you what we think their over and under. Will they go over or under the Las Vegas prediction? These predictions are via, who we get these from? DraftKings?
It was FanDuel.
FanDuel, sorry.
FanDuel over-unders on the 2026-2027 college football season. This is first run, no cuts, strictly opinions.
Yeah.
That we have in the moment. There's a chance we change that opinion based on
before the season starts.
Yeah. Based on our deep dive, which will be coming over the summer for sure. Stay tuned for that. This is raw opinions, no Stephen A. Smiths.
Okay, we're going to start with the Tennessee Volunteers and their schedule.
All our Vols fans out there, they'll love this one.
They open up against Furman,
Obviously, a win there against Furman.
and then they're at Georgia Tech.
That's a tricky one.
That could be
I
a
believe
tricky
that's a
one.
night game.
And that could be that's like probably one of the games they're going to maybe sway either whether you think they're going to go over or under. Like,
Very
you know,
true.
you think they're going to win that game. Then you probably have, you got Kennesaw State.
Should be a win. Kennesaw State's not an awful team, though, but they should win.
They should win.
Absolutely.
Then a little bit of kind of a gauntlet starts. You start to hit the SEC play, and you have Texas.
That's going to be a tough one.
They're at Texas at home.
At home.
They get them in Knoxville.
Noon game at UT.
And in that game, in this particular game, not to go too deep into it, the hard thing about predicting Tennessee over and under is definitely their quarterback situation.
Yeah.
And not know who it's going to be or how good they're going to be.
Yeah, because Heupel doesn't give away anything. Anything over this offseason.
Anything.
And honestly, I'm getting kind of tired of it. I kind of want to know some stuff. Every other coach gives me something. Heupel doesn't give me anything.
Nothing.
Doesn't tell us anything.
So, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking they're going to probably play both quarterbacks early. And then,
most likely.
But I mean, from what I'm hearing, Faison will end up being the starter eventually, probably or sooner than later.
I mean, I'm a fan of Faison. I like Faison coming out.
Yeah, and so, is he going to be? But he's a true freshman quarterback.
Yeah,
that's that's tough.
My main worry about that game is that Texas will already have a huge game under their belt before that game even happens, as Texas does play Ohio State in week 2.
Right.
So Arch Manning's obviously developing.
Right.
He's going to be much better this year than he was last year. Theoretically, he should be.
He should be.
He should be. I mean, he was played solid at the end of the last season. And I feel like having that big game under his belt does have it at home, while at this game, this is probably the loudest environment he will ever play at. To be honest, definitely the loudest environment he will ever play at in his career.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, hopefully that home crowd can get to him.
The Manning family will be divided, or probably not.
No,
they'll be rooting for him. Then Tennessee's home against Auburn.
I'm not too aware on Auburn. I don't know much about Auburn this season. I do know they lost their best player to Texas, Cam Coleman. I'm going to go with Tennessee on that one. I know more about Tennessee than I do Auburn.
At Arkansas.
That's always a toughie.
Yeah, Tennessee just struggles sometimes with road conference games in general. So you just never know.
The weird road conference games, too, specifically.
You just never know. Then they got Alabama at home.
They beat them the last 2 times at home. I don't see it this time.
You own season tickets to Tennessee this year, you got to be in heaven because their home schedule was fantastic. Then they go to South Carolina.
I think South Carolina is the most underrated team in the SEC this season.
And it's hard to tell. You got Kentucky. They're home against Kentucky.
Unfortunately, they own.
A&M,
they own Kentucky.
On paper, A&M should win the game against Tennessee. But A&M has been known to do A&M things.
Yes.
So you have no idea with them. LSU, the Lane Kiffin Bowl, which will be interesting.
Fun. That's at home too, right?
Might have a party for that one.
Yeah, and you ain't wrong. We got to have a party that time.
Yeah.
Good old watch party.
That's going to be at home. What did he get hit with that last time? Was somebody throw a golf ball? And mustard.
Adams, when he was the coach at Ole Miss.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
so
that'll be definitely a fun one.
And then at Vandy, who's never a pushover anymore. And so from just glancing over the schedule,
I probably have their under.
You got the under 7.5.
Just at first glance. We'll get into it more when we get our Tennessee deep dive. Again, stay tuned for that. We will do deep dives of basically every team, to be honest with you. Maybe multiple in one episode, but we will be doing that for sure.
So if you got under, you got them losing.
I got them losing one of those weird road games.
5 games. So that would be, if you got them under, let's say they only get 7, that's 7-5. Okay,
They're under 7.5, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I probably have them losing the Georgia Tech
2,
game, one of the 2 Arkansas, South Carolina
3,
road games.
4.
Then the obvious ones.
5, 6. Yeah, I got under also on that this year.
Under.
Without going into it too much, and we'll get into it when we talk about them, I think this is Heupel's last year in Knoxville.
I agree.
I think he's done after this year.
Is it. And it's kind of unfortunate for him because, it's not.
Coach.
He is a good coach.
Yeah.
But he's not the coach.
He's not the coach.
He's not the one the Vols are looking for. He needs to. It's unfortunate for him that he had such a great year a couple years ago because that was the expectation after that year. And then the quarterback play just hasn't been amazing since then. They gave up on Nico a little bit quicker, in my opinion. That season was a success, whether you are a Tennessee fan or not. I don't care how bad you think Nico played. I think Nico played just fine that year.
Yeah. You got to the playoffs.
Yeah. You
had
had a chance to make some noise, and that's always what you want. You just want a chance, and you got it. You just couldn't capitalize.
I've got some deep feelings when we get to Tennessee to talk about, especially the coaching and stuff like that. And I think they're going to have to make a move. Yes. If they go 6-6, if they go 6-6 this year, it's going to be a problem because you lost all the capital. Like you can have all the NIL money in the world,
absolutely,
but you just can't go. You go 6-6, and you can't sell the players any hope of what you can be and going to be.
Completely,
it's just hard to. I don't care. You do have a lot of NIL money. It's not going to matter.
Yep, I 100% agree with you there.
All right,
great points.
So now, you want to go to Ohio State or Notre Dame?
We'll go to the Ohio State University.
The Ohio State University. All right.
We are in Ohio State / Tennessee household here in the great area of Knoxville.
Now, Ohio State does have a tougher schedule than normal.
Yeah, this is
probably tough.
This is the hardest schedule Ohio State I've probably ever seen, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
A lot of sneaky teams that you don't think are as good, but we will tell you they are definitely a lot better than you think this year. Now, Week 1 is not one of those games, though. We play Ball State.
The over-under here we're talking about is 9.5.
9.5. So they got to win 10 to go over for the viewers. I don't get that.
So you got Ball State.
That's an obvious win.
Then they're at Texas.
And then the pick'em is Texas this year.
Yeah. They're at Texas.
I'm not mad if you go either way, but I think the experience that Julian Sand got versus the experience Arch Manning got, and the fact that we just have the better receiver, they may have a better defense than us this year, but just the raw experience that Julian Sand got, the bigger play time he got, played in bigger games than Arch Manning did, I think that's going to propel him to go win this game for Ohio State.
And I think so, too. Ohio State has a new offensive coordinator, and he will focus more on running the ball.
Yeah, we don't have Brian Hartline anymore.
No, and we will focus. We'll have a better running game. But I think, these coaches kind of, when you play against a guy, you can go back and kind of see how he does. This dude's coming from the NFL. And these coaches, they scout other coaches in the way they coach and what they like to do.
Yes, what you got to do to be successful.
Well, they're not going to have a whole lot of feeling on this guy. There's not, you can't go and judge his NFL stuff because and then what's he going to do in college.
Yeah,
you got different talent, different things, and so there'll be some things that'll be different.
And to be quite honest, I don't think Sarkisian can handle all that.
I don't think so either. I don't. Yeah, I think.
My feelings about Steve Sarkisian are very heavy. I don't think he's that. I think he's one of the most overrated coaches in college football, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So then we got Kent State.
Kent State, obvious win. Hopefully we can see backups that game.
Then who's it? Brett Bielema, Illinois?
Illinois, that's going to be a feisty team, as it usually is. Brett Bielema is one of the most underrated coaches in college football. He's had his rough moments before he coached at Illinois. I forgot where, but he had rough moments there. But
he did.
One thing about Brett Bielema is that he'll never be unprepared for a game, like some teams will be. And
he'll be ready.
He'll be ready and try to give us their best shot for sure.
Sneaky game at Iowa.
At Iowa. That's the trap game of the year.
Yeah.
We've been at Iowa before, back
Yeah.
in 2018, got absolutely crushed by
Yeah.
them. We don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, you go there. They come to play. No
They come to
matter,
play.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They play tough at home.
They do. It's always a tough game at Iowa.
Homecoming against Maryland should be a win.
A dominating win. They got intriguing pieces over there.
Right.
Their young quarterback Malik Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a fan of him.
It should be a fun game.
Maybe he'll make some plays.
Yeah, but they should get this. Then we go at Indiana, to Indiana.
At Indiana.
I think that's a revenge game for Ryan Day.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose this game.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose this game. And Ryan Day does pretty good in revenge games.
Yeah.
Like get-back games. And so I know people will bring up like the Michigan stuff, which is their cheating scandal and all that stuff is another deep dive. But most revenge games, he actually does pretty good in. But there's one thing about him, Ryan Day, he's always prepared too, and so he'll be ready for Indiana.
Yep.
He
will absolutely be ready. He'll get enough film on them. We'll be good. We'll be good for that game.
Bye week, and then at USC.
That is also a trap game.
Yeah.
USC is, honestly, if you're not thinking of the big three or big four of the Big Ten, USC is probably the most intriguing team of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
They got Maviava. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but he's a great quarterback. He's good, and they still have intriguing pieces. Even though they've lost a couple receivers, they're still a very feisty team over there in California.
And then the next week we play Oregon.
Oregon, another tough one. Can't stand Dane Lanning. I hope we kill them that week.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's one of those games we may lose, to be honest with you. USC or Oregon. That could be a loss. But
we get Oregon in the shoe this time.
Last time they played at the shoe, they did beat us back in 2021.
Yes. And I don't, it's another, I just really don't. These two teams do not like each other.
They do not.
It's like
it's a weird little rivalry. It's a low-key rivalry.
It's a low-key rivalry. They do not like each other.
Yeah, I can't stand
They don't
Oregon.
like Dan Lanning. He just and you know, Oregon, they've been a good regular season team, but
that postseason comes around, they get a little. They throw some scaries.
And this could be a huge game for them. They might really need it. So we'll see how the season plays out.
Yeah, I agree. They might need that game for sure.
We got Northwestern at home.
Should be a win.
Easy win.
Easy win.
At Nebraska should be another easy win.
We should win there.
And
then of course
the game. But home against Michigan, and
we'll make it 2 years in a row once again.
Yeah.
So
I don't see them.
I don't see them doing good. We'll do a deep dive on them, of course, as well. Got to. I see Ohio State. I see the Ohio State Buckeyes going over on their schedule this season.
I mean, I can't see them lose. I see them getting at least 10 wins.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
At least 10 wins. And the 2 losses, it's just hard to kind of visualize happening, to be honest with you.
And, also going undefeated is hard to visualize, too.
Very true. I mean,
because the schedule in college football, people will look at schedules. They don't play anybody in this team, that team. You got to realize, look through all the college football seasons. There's not very many teams that ever go undefeated.
Yeah, it's
very rare, even if they're in a soft conference.
The accomplishment Indiana just pulled off this season was extremely
impressive.
You can't, other than them, it's hard to name one that went undefeated other than the Georgia years, a couple years ago.
Right, and even like when you look at the Nick Saban years, I think he had all the way through undefeated season when he won the national championship. I think he only had like 1.
Yeah.
2 at the most, maybe 1.
Yeah.
And he's, he's the greatest coach of all time. And so, as good as some of those Alabama teams were, they still
end up winning title.
The hiccups, Ole Miss, the kick 6, crazy things happen. You need a little bit of luck to go undefeated. So
absolutely.
So we both got them going over.
Sometimes you'd rather be lucky
than good. Yeah.
Great quote.
We're going to jump now to the Independent and the Fighting Irish.
The team no one really liked at the end of last season because they were complaining a lot. And hot take, I think they had a right to be
Yeah.
complaining, in my opinion. A lot of people don't agree with that. I think they should have got in.
Yeah, I think they should have got in too.
It would have been more entertaining. My opinion.
Especially in the first round.
That's all I'm going to say on that. That's a
Yeah.
topic for another video, though.
But I think they should have got in a different way. I don't think like...
I don't think they should have got in over Miami.
Right.
Because Miami beat them.
I think instead of James Madison or
Completely
Tulane,
agree.
yeah, I wanted them to replace one of those teams. It would have been nice. So here's the Notre Dame schedule, 2026. All right, we'll run through this a little bit faster. We'll be here all night.
Yeah.
We'll do these.
This one should be quick. I've heard their schedule's terrible.
It is. They open Wisconsin,
That's
Rice,
a win.
Rice, Michigan State,
Definitely
Purdue,
a win.
at North Carolina, Stanford,
Yeah.
BYU.
BYU's
Watch
probably
that
the
game.
calendar game there.
Yeah, it's at BYU is the key
At
thing.
BYU.
I think BYU, in their last
That's
maybe
tough.
30 home games, I think they've only lost like maybe
I
3 or 4 times.
Yeah, look, you
I
can't
mean,
remember
they
the last
play.
time
They
lost
play.
home
Yeah,
game.
they play good at home.
Yeah, they do.
And then they got Miami.
That's also the. I think they'll beat Miami. I'm not.
I think they'll beat Miami, but I don't think the over and under on this Notre Dame was 11.5.
So they got to win every.
They got to win every single game, and I'm just telling you, I've just seen it too many times. You think Syracuse isn't any good, and you're on the road in the Carrier Dome, and you're just like, how in the... I've seen great Clemson teams almost or get beat by Syracuse.
I think Syracuse will be the most improved team of the college football season.
Oh, hot take.
Yeah, they won't be as bad as they were last year.
They got 11.5, and I think they could lose on the road at BYU. I think they could lose to Miami, and I think they could lose to SMU. Notre Dame.
I don't hate that take at all.
You know, I think
Notre
all those
Dame,
are on the table.
That's just something they would do.
They would do, yeah. I mean, the Northern Illinois games, well, they even lost to Marshall, didn't they?
They did lose to
Marshall, and so
with what was his face? Buckner?
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.
He went to go play lacrosse at Alabama
Yeah.
after that.
And so, you know, anything, you're just going undefeated. I can't see it. So I think we're both taking under.
I will
on that
take
one.
the under on Notre Dame.
Okay. Now we're going to speed up and we're going to go Alabama.
We're going to go to the Crimson Tide of Alabama. People, they're having a quarterback controversy over there, I believe, over there in Tuscaloosa. They don't know if Mac's going to start or their freshman, I believe, Keelan Russell.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a competition over there in Tuscaloosa.
All right,
so we'll see.
I'm gonna give you Alabama schedule real quick.
Yeah, we're gonna start going through these quicker.
We'll go through. Here's how they got: East Carolina,
That's a win.
Kentucky,
Win.
Florida State.
That's a win.
That's a win. Home
State
against
will be
South Carolina.
Win.
At Mississippi State.
Easy
Georgia.
Win. Pick them.
Pick them. I think Georgia probably beats them.
I think Georgia probably takes
It's at
that
home
one.
against Alabama.
Yeah.
They're at Tennessee.
I had Alabama beating Tennessee.
I have Alabama beating Tennessee, but I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me.
Wouldn't surprise me either, but
At A&M.
win.
At LSU.
My God.
At Vanderbilt.
Win.
And then did they start early or something? How do they have? Okay, they skipped that earlier. They don't have that. They started. They got 1, 2, 3. I guess now that's 12. And then they play Tennessee Chattanooga late.
Yeah, because this season they have the new 8-game SEC, right?
Yeah, they usually have that late game, and a lot of the teams had to drop this game right here.
Yeah.
Because of their SEC schedule.
I think they just ended up keeping it, or they have the same amount. They just kept that one specifically down.
Gotcha.
There. I don't know why.
And then
I know why, because they want an easy game before they go into the rivalry.
Right, and play Auburn. So you're talking 9, 8.5. And
I can see the under.
I can see the under. I can see Alabama only winning 8 games. I'm going to take the under, and
I think I'm still going to take the over.
He's taking the over,
but I can definitely see them losing.
I see Alabama on the under, and I think it's his last year in Alabama.
I don't think that's the case.
I think he's going after this year.
I respect it.
SEC is going to
We'll
be.
have our opinions on that.
Their coaches will go. Okay, so now we're going to go Georgia.
The Bulldogs of Georgia.
2026 schedule.
How much more do we have left here?
Yeah, we might have to skip some of these.
Like and subscribe.